Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com, here to preview the Nikon P7000 point-and-shoot compact camera that actually shoots RAW. So, point-and-shoot cameras are usually don't have viewfinders. They usually have smaller sensors and they try to pack more megapixels in there. But this time the Nikon P7000 is packing less megapixels than its last version, which had more megapixels. And less megapixels in a point-and-shoot camera with a larger sensor is more important than having more. When each pixel is more important, it gathers more light and you get better quality at high ISOs. So let's look at the P7000 and say what it compares to. Well, Canon has had the G series for a long time. The G9, the G11, I think they skipped they had the G10. They skipped the 8, I think, something like that. But this looks just like the Canon G11. Now that's not a bad thing. That G11 is one of the top selling point and shoots that pros would put in their bag just to have a point and shoot to carry around. So the P7000 is a 10 megapixel camera. It has a 3-inch LCD screen, which is a 920,000 pixel screen, which they say it's true bright, you know, lots of colors, and it's going to look really good outside. It actually has a viewfinder, though it's a really small looking viewfinder and you probably get about 80% coverage, which isn't the greatest thing when you're trying to frame and compose your image. It has a lot of dedicated controls on the outside of the camera so that you can tweak your settings from the outside, which is important because most point and shoots, it's all menu driven, and when it's menu driven you can't really find the functions that you want to find. It also has a 720 video mode, and it added something that the D3100 doesn't even have, and that's a mic in. You can connect this microphone to that camera to record video and audio, which is very, very interesting. It shoots RAW, a different type of RAW format. It's not the NEF format. I didn't write down what the actual format is that it shoots. I've never played with it, but I'm going to try that out. Now, who is this a camera for? This is a camera for somebody that's already, a pro that already has plenty of SLRs, that just wants a point and shoot to put in their bag to carry around, just to whip out and snap some shots, but be able to have the manual controls that they would like to have, that they get in their digital SLRs, in a point-and-shoot camera. Now, at $500, it may not be something that I personally want to purchase. For $500, I may want the option of having a third video camera angle and buy a D3100 for a couple dollars more. But for the pros that already have everything, it's not bad because it has a 28 to 200 millimeter zoom, and at 28, it's a 2.8, so it's letting in a ton of light. So that's very important when you're shooting in low light situations, especially with smaller cameras, as you want to let the most light in possible to compensate for a smaller sensor. What else? Okay, if you are an amateur that doesn't own a DSLR and has no desire to use a DSLR, but want the functions of what the DSLR offers you, then this is a great camera because it has the 28 to 200 zoom. It's small enough to carry around wherever you're going. It's going to give you great video, great still images, and it's going to be compact to take with you and travel. So when it comes to having a camera that you don't want to spend money for a digital SLR because you want one thing to carry around, I recommend taking this camera with you, the P7000, because it's going to give you the options that most SLRs give you, but in what you are looking for as an amateur. Because many amateurs come in and they want a digital SLR and they want to buy a 28 to 300 zoom, but still it's too big for them to carry around. The P7000, if you want a camera to either be your first amateur or a better amateur camera, or you're a pro and you just want something to throw in the bag, the P7000 would be that. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.